I want you to know how fantastic I feel to be with you here tonight working on another lesson, lesson 12.2 from our Big Ideas book, page 536, where we are going to learn about angles and triangles. Now, I'm going to be honest, if you've already read it and you've already taken your notes, you realize that half of what we're going to talk about, we've already done. So this first video is going to go very quickly because it is just a review of something we've already done in our last unit. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be finding the missing angle measure of a triangle. Our essential question: how can you describe the relationship among the angles of triangles? Now, if you've read it, you realize there's something that's a little bit different than what we've talked about before. But that will be video 2. This video 1 is the interior angle measures of a triangle, and you already know that. You should have taken very few notes. You recognize from the picture that the interior of a triangle can only have 3 angles. They are highlighted here in red. You may want to make them red on yours. 1, 2, and 3 angles. And we have also learned that when we have a triangle, that all we have to do to find a missing measure is add them up, make them equal to 180, and then solve that equation for the missing angle. So from your book, we would have angle X plus angle Y plus angle Z would equal 180 degrees. So whatever we know or whatever we don't know, we can use this equation, this formula for the interior angle measure sum of a triangle. And a quick review, why do we know that the interior angle measure sum is 180? Well, we've done a couple things. We've taken these angles and we've cut them off. When we cut those 3 angles off and put all these vertex together in one spot, and then we have those angles, we have the first angle, which is, we'll go with Y here, and then we'll put the other one, we'll go with Z there, and then we'll put the other one, and we'll go with X. We know that they create this straight angle right here, and that is half a circle, which is 180 degrees. We also know n minus 2 times 180, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. And if we have a triangle, we have 3 sides, so 3 minus 2 times 180, that makes 180 times 1, which is equal to 180 degrees. And we're going to prove that more, and we have proved it more already before. So let's go right along and do what we need to do so we can be done with this video. Finding the interior. I'm sorry, that's a mistake right there. I think I was thinking about our next video. This should say interior angle measures. And so we're going to find the interior, the missing interior angle of this first triangle. So as we know, we take the 3 angles, we add them up. X plus 31 plus 42. And we know that all triangles have an interior angle sum of 180. So when we add those 2 together, we get X plus 73 is equal to 180. And then when we subtract 73 from both sides, we find that X is equal to 107 degrees. So that means this angle right here is 107 degrees. We're not going to do any more of those. You know how to do that. But we're going to add a little something on our last example of the first video, because now we have an expression, this X plus 4, an expression that represents one of the angles. So X plus 4, that's just an expression, plus another expression or angle X, and then of course we have angle 90. We always know that when there's a right angle symbol in there, that little box square in the corner, we know that that is a 90-degree angle. And when we add all these, they equal 180. So now we have more like terms to combine. We have these 2 X's. Well, that's 2X. We have 4 and 90, so we have 94. That's 180. And then when we subtract 94 from both sides, we get 2X is now equal to 86. Then we divide by 2, and we get that X is equal to 43 degrees. Well, that tells us one angle. That says this angle right here, which is just X, that one is 43 degrees. If I wanted to know this angle measure up here, I would have to take that 43. I'd have to add that 4, and I would have to say that this one is 47 degrees. And that only makes sense because 47 plus 43 plus 90 gives us 180. So we're done with our first video, ladies and gentlemen, our first quick write of the night. Quick write number 1, find the missing angle measure for this triangle. And again, made it a little more difficult. You might want to draw yourself a quick triangle and just label it. It doesn't have to be a perfect triangle. X 43 degrees, and this one over here is X minus 35 if you cannot read it from there. So that is our triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're done, take a quick break, come back. Our next video will be a tiny bit longer, but it won't be that bad. Thank you.